Hello everyone, welcome back to the Aikido Virtual Dojo channel. Marcin and I are going to talk about and explore something today a little bit different. And in Aikido, we sometimes do kind of free movements. You might be calling it Jiyu waza. Sometimes we call it randori with several people, or ninendori. And when we do this particular type of practice in Aikido, it doesn't necessarily rely on technique. And this is a good thing. When we try and concentrate too much on techniques, sometimes we get too focused and we get a little bit behind. So we want to look at being able to adapt with different qualities to the moment, to the situation. And this could be anyone attacking you at some moment, or it could be winning, money at the lottery. Just being able to adapt to the moment. And this is a very important skill to be able to develop. So we're going to look today at the different qualities that we could change into and allowing our systems to be able to adapt. Okay? So we're going to look, for example, at something that's a little bit accessible to everyone. Everybody knows earth, water, fire, and air. These are elements that are always around us and they're a part of us. So we're going to show you how you can use the elements to be able to change the different qualities in your practice without even needing any techniques. So let's take a look. So let's begin with a first element, something really kind of basic, and actually something related to some of the videos that we've already done. The base, the earth, everything that we're standing on. So something very concrete and solid. And so let's get started. We're going to start, first of all, solo. So we want to be able to connect with ourselves before connecting with another person. And earth is something literally that we're made of. Right? We eat things from the earth. We're breathing from the earth. We're here. We're living on the earth. So really, literally, the material of the body is also the material of the earth. So when you start to get in touch with that, you can almost kind of get in touch with the parts of the body that are really just kind of this solid earth. And you want to allow the body to begin to just feel and act like earth. Okay? You don't have to necessarily know what that's supposed to look like. You just allow yourself to start to feel that. And when you do that, you may notice certain qualities that come up. Okay? Like, for example, if I'm feeling more like earth, I feel really solid. I feel a little bit more aligned. I feel maybe a little bit more anchored, a little heavier even. I notice my base gets a little wider. So there's all these things that start to come up as I just allow myself to become a little bit more like earth. Okay? And I don't need to pretend to be earth, but to really just whatever that feels like to be earth. Okay? And the more you can allow yourself to do that, the more your body will change to that degree. Okay? So you can practice sort of letting go, and if you want to do that alone, in a place, then do that. Okay, so it doesn't have to be a lot to just begin to feel what that is, and just maybe kind of notice what happens or what it starts to look like. Okay. So let's do this now with a partner. Okay, so I'm going to first of all get into the sense of earth, becoming earth. Okay, earth qualities, solid, stable, aligned. And I'm going to now kind of feel this with a partner. What does earth feel like when there's a partner that attacks? So when he attacks, I'm going to become a little bit more solid. Okay? Good. So that's just an example. You see how it comes up for you. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, now let's look at water. And let's connect with the element of water that's already within us. We know that the body is mostly made of water, and we have to drink water every day, so it's literally something that's a part of our system. Okay? And when we do that, there's something a little bit more fluid about the body. And you might start to notice whatever qualities come up for you when you start to allow yourself to become a little bit more like water. Okay? And water can be so many different things. Okay? Maybe something a little bit less resistive, something that flows along these lines. And it'll look probably a little bit different than earth. And you start to notice how the body can become and move and express a little bit more like water. Sometimes we are a little wave. Sometimes it starts to become more of a hurricane. So you can really allow and see to what degree you can let yourself be water. And again, you don't need to know what it looks like, but more just allowing yourself to explore the quality and the feeling of water. Okay, now let's look at this with a partner. So I'm going to become more in tune or more in contact with the sense of water, flow, fluidity in my own system. Okay, non-resistance, these kinds of things, whatever else that may come up for you. And you want to see what this is like then with a partner. Let me get some feedback about this. So the low, water, flowing. Okay, so you just start to notice how water expresses itself through you and with a partner.
The next quality we want to look at, or the next element we want to look at, is the air. So the air is also within our body. We can find it within our body. We are breathing in the air. Our blood is transporting oxygen to the cells, so that the cells can produce energy. So it's another element we can easily connect to. And looking at the qualities of the air, we are looking at something which you cannot really touch. So moving like the air is a little bit like being untouchable for the attacker. And the other thing is that the air cannot be touched, but if you have a strong wind, it can actually throw you over. You can fall because or be pushed by strong wind. So what would it look like moving like the air? Air is very light, so opposite to the earth, which feels like heavy stable, the air would be a very light movement, right? So I can move easily, quickly, change direction. Like the wind can change directions, go around houses or trees, move around something, create circulating movements. So this would be a lot about being like the air, right? I can create circles, spirals, move around in a very light way without effort, actually. So now we'll have a look at the movement of air with a partner who is attacking in a Jiyu waza or randori. Well, first I can connect to the earth to being light, moving around, being untouchable. I can invite my partner to attack. A lot of circular movements, sometimes a little push or pull, but in general being very light. The last element we want to look at today in this video is the fire. So the fire is burning, of course, and is creating heat and energy. And our body is also creating heat. So our cells are burning energy, burning different nutritive substances that we provide, and then it's creating energy. So we can relate also to the fire. And if we look at the fire, it's very energetic. It moves a lot. You have the flames, but we say that the flames of fire are dancing, right? They are moving a lot around in different directions. jumping out of the fire, coming back, depends on where the oxygen is, where the energy comes from. And it creates a lot of energy, lots of movement. So this is the way to move like a fire. It's very fast, it burns, and it can be dangerous in some cases. So the last part of our today's video will be the Jiyu waza with a partner when you try to move like a fire. So I will already get a little bit into this fire feeling. I will invite Durward to attack me. And fire can also go around objects, so I can move around, reach out, pull in, whatever the fire is doing with the flames, I can do as well. If you like our video, give us a thumb up and share it with your friends. You can also subscribe to receive notifications about new videos being published. More information is available in the channel description as well as through the links section.